everyone, Tammy Porter here, also known as Auntie Tambarambaa, and I'm going to share my last process video for 2023 with you today, and it's a gorgeous little Christmas scene. So I'll just go through everything I've used. So I'm using the Perfect Size Smooth Journal. I'm also using a few of Marlene's stamp sets. So this is Mindfulness, which is the bath scene stamp, and then this is Let It Snow Globe, I think. Oh, sorry, Christmas Snow Globe. And then the Christmas Tree one, which were both from last Christmas. And then I'm using my Art by Marlene Studio Light watercolors. And I've got a flat brush, and I've also got a watercolor brush. And then I've got a little bit of the hot pink, which is funky, and the diamond, which is the glittery, and the gold paint. Okay, so I'll just get started. But yeah, as I said, this will be my last video for 2023. So I just wanted to do a big shout out and a huge thank you to you all of you that stopped by and watched my videos, and especially those that leave me messages and let me know they were here, because, you know, I get all these messages saying I've had so many numbers look at my video, and I think, who looks at them? Who is it? So it's really lovely when I get to know a bit about you, because you regularly comment, and yeah, and just knowing that you're enjoying my videos keeps me inspired to do some, I guess, because yeah, life gets pretty busy, so it's nice to have that feedback from you. So thank you all so much for being here, for letting me into your lives as well as being in mine, and I hope Christmas is really wonderful for you. I may pop back and do a flip through of my Advent little mini book, but this is my last actual process video. So what I did is I've grabbed a stamping, what is that? A stamping tool? I've got no words left today. And I've stamped the Christmas tree, and then I've also grabbed from the snow globe one, there's some really cute little lights. So I did them in kind of a bunting, and made them crossover at the top of the page, and I wanted that crossover not to be right in the centre. And then I'm using from the bath scene, there's this cool little like strip that makes skirting board. Like, is that what it's called all around the world? I'm not sure, but in Australia that's what we call it. So I just stamped that on either side of the tree, so that it's like a tree in a lounge room. Yeah, for the presents to go under. So now I decide, well, I need a rainbow tree. So I just get out the watercolors, and basically starting at the very top, I've left the star, and I come back and do that later. But I'm just basically going down from red to orange to yellow through to green, blue, and into purples. And I kind of am letting each color come down a little bit and bringing that colour, joining the colour together, if that makes sense. It's probably hard to see on the video because it's very, very subtle, but I am sort of letting them mix a tiny little bit. And I guess when you're working with a rainbow, that's what's great about working with a rainbow, is you won't get any bad colour mixing, because they're, yeah, the way they all sit together, they mix really well. So if colour scares you, starting with the red, working through orange, yellow, green, and thinking about those colours that are put next to each other, they make really beautiful colours when they mix, so you won't have anything on the opposite sides of the colour wheel. Okay, so that's me rambling on, but now I do the lights. So I start with red on the left hand side, and then I decide to do the very one on the right hand side as well, and then I'm working through orange, yellow, green, and I'm just kind of doing opposites on the two different strands of lights. So really that watercolor is just a base, so it I will add some definition and some depth of color with some colored pencils. Okay, so now I am going, there's a gorgeous pink that's a real sort of candy pink, Barbie pink in the watercolor set, and I decided to do, I often do this, I really like doing the little stripy black and white's always good, but you know, why not have pink? And I selected pink purely because I hadn't used pink in the tree. So I thought, well, I'll put pink on the walls, and then I will also add it to the star as well. So I did use a little bit of the craft tape just to mask off that edge where the skirting board, kind of where the wall meets the carpet, just so I don't have to be so perfect with the watercolour. Now, watercolour does, you know, it's quite generous in that if you do a blob, you can quickly lift it up, or, you know, you can kind of sneak it in and around the tree. So it would have been easier to put the stripes down first and then probably create the Christmas tree and glue it on over the top of the stripes, but it is quite simple to do it this way as well. And then I'm just filling in little bits where I feel like it needs a bit more. And because these are sort of stripes of wallpaper, I don't want them to be perfectly striped. I actually want that sort of hand painted look. So they're a little bit wobbly in parts, and that's what I like about it. So now I'm just coming in with my pencils, and I'm just adding the colours. Now, I think I've spoken to you about this before. There's so many talented girls in the Dream Team, in Marlene's Inspirator team, and we've got a couple of new girls starting, which is very exciting, and I can't wait to get to know them. But I don't feel like I can colour in anywhere near as good as they, like with shading, and yeah, it kind of intimidates me quite a bit. So what I like about Marlene's stamps, and this Christmas tree is also the same, is that she does add a little bit of shading to her stamps, and that's what I use as my guide. So I basically use where she's got a bit of shading for stronger depth of colour. So I just either build up a couple of layers, or I'll add a darker, say I'm working on the green, I'll add a darker green to that section and then lighter green to the rest. So I still don't think they come out anywhere near like the other girls, but I guess like with everything, it's practice, and I'm sure I'll get to a point where it will become more natural. So every now and then you'll see me picking up the white, and I really like how just going over the colouring in with the white pencil sort of blends it together really nicely. So you can see it probably more in the purple, that I've got sort of lighter pink through the centre, and then I'm adding some deeper purples up underneath the sort of where the purple begins and on the tips as well. But really there's no right or wrong with art, and I know, you know, you probably, a lot of you don't think, well, you think that I know what I'm doing, but I actually don't a lot of the time. A lot of the time it is just, I might try this and let's see what happens. So, yeah, so if you're new to art journaling, just stick at it, because like everything, the more you do it, the better you get at it, and it becomes more natural. So I'm a big believer in everyone is creative, and sometimes it's just giving yourself the opportunity to be creative and making that time. And that's something I've really loved about the Advent calendar, is that it forces my hand to find 15-20 minutes every day, sometimes longer if I'm lucky, to just do a little quick 4-inch by 4-inch size page. And you know what's been great about them is a lot of them they've just kind of evolved, and I've just been playing, and they will probably end up being larger pages at some point, just because I've really liked how they've come out. So, having a little book that is a little bit experimental is a wonderful thing for your creativity. So now I'm just coming in with the carpet, so a bit of blue carpet, I decided, and I'm just adding a bit of shadowing underneath that tree. And I don't want the carpet to be completely flat. I want it to look hand painted, so I've sort of, added a few colours here and there, just to kind of blues in slightly different shades. And now I'm coming in with the gold paint and doing the baubles. So I decided to keep them all the one colour, and I just added them straight from the tube with the with the gold paint. So yeah, so now I just filled in a couple of little black with a black pen, just a few little areas that perhaps didn't stamp really well. And then I'm just adding a little bit more shadowing to my tree. So I'd love for you to let me know in the comments what you're doing for Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas. I don't always craft a lot about Christmas, but Christmas is really special to me. My favourite part is always the carols and, of course, your family. But I love it all. I love the shopping. In my job, work at a library. I get to dress up. I get to play elves. I get to do all sorts of things. And it's a lot of fun to get into the Christmas spirit and wear Christmas earrings to work every day and silly headbands and silly T-shirts. And, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so let me know what you love about Christmas in the comments. So now I'm coming in with, I think this is from the tree stamp, and it says Christmas time, and it is in one big area. It's like one long stamp, but I wanted to break it up over 2 lines. So I just used some of that craft tape to mask off and just inked up just the side I needed and then stamped that on. So I've added stamped the words Christmas time, and then I've added, for me, brings back all the colour that has been lost or has faded away. So bring on the sparkle. And I think that's really important about Christmas, is that, it's a chance to sort of reset, be grateful, to reach out to people who are doing it tough, to just let go of some of the stuff that's happened through the year and just enjoy the magic. So yeah, it goes really well with my rainbow tree, which I am at the moment adding some of the diamond paint finish just to the tips, and I also added some of the funky paint, which is the hot pink, to the tree, and added sparkle to that as well. And I also added some sparkle to the little lights. So that is my rainbow Christmas tree. So I'll leave you with some pictures and some close-ups. And it was really hard to get the photo of this right. The pink is much more vibrant in person. But anyway, so as I said, I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I can't wait to be here again with you next year. And thank you so much to everyone for being here this year. Lots of love from me. Bye.